Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me again, working on this 1956 f250, which were, on my last video you saw me give you some tips on the disc brake kit. That's all nice and done and bled. Got good brakes, firewall mount from POL, the bracket, chrome booster and all that's good and mounted. Now we are working on the rear end. Now customer of course wanted some nicer wheels, so we're going to 5 lug, and he doesn't need this big heavy duty rear end that's in here. Wheel choices kind of suck for 8 lugs, and especially this rear end has 488 gears, believe it or not. Of course, they needed that back in the day to haul stuff with, and with a little straight 6, you know, you need as much torque as you could get. But this video is on how I've been doing rear end swaps. We are going to put in a 5 lug. This is a 1969 Camaro rear end posi. The gears are 308, so a little more highway friendly, but not for performance. We still have the 6-cylinder in the truck. For right now, it'll do perfect, you know, highway friendly and posi. So if you could get out of you know, slick situations or whatever. So yeah, and a lot more wheel choices, right? Okay. So of course, first step is to clear all the brackets and any perches that are on the axle, the donor, the new axle. Of course, this one is axle over spring. This is spring over axle, so no big deal. We're just going to put the perches on the top, which are already nice and clean for us, which is great. So what I like to do, guys, is of course take your original. Don't cut anything off of it, just take it down. And I like to get these 2 little bullet levels. If you have one, great, you could still, you know, go side to side, make sure both are level. If you have 2, even better. Okay, so if we look at our first level, see if you guys can get a better picture here. A little off, right? So we need to jack the pinion up. Okay, that's better. Looks like that's what we want right there. Okay, let's check our other level. That's pretty level to me. Okay, one thing you're gonna have to have mandatory is a angle finder. You get a digital one or one of these from Harbor Freight, or you know, wherever you like. If you don't have any bullet levels, you can do it with just this. Of course, you're just going to put it on your perch and find 0, which we're on 0. Great. And great. Okay, guys, once you have that level, perch is level, what we're going to do is try to find a flat spot, which I usually like to find this put it on this where the U-joint mounts, these saddles, and try to get a flat spot, or you could put a piece of flat stock on top and then, you know, put your angle finder on it. So as long as you got it, let's call that about 7 degrees, and just remember what orientation you're at. You could check the other side just for shits. Pretty much 7 degrees right there. So we're going 7 degrees up, right? Okay, once you got that, go ahead and write all that information down. You are done with your angles, done with your levels. And this is the easiest way I found, guys, is grab yourself a bolt, kind of a long bolt, and something that'll fit in this hole. These bolts with the built-in washer work great, or a little stud with a nut. You know, this is the wrong one, but it does fit. As long as your bolt straight up and down, which on this you could fudge just a little bit because it's a hole, right? But we just want to basically get it as close as we can. If you have to measure 3 times, do it. So here's, if you pick up what I'm putting down, you maybe burn 1 inch. If you have a buddy, that's even better. Put it on center of that bolt, and then drop it down here at the same time. And we are at, if I could do this with one hand here, you know, just shy of 42. Of course, measure again if you want to switch sides. Just triple check your measurements. Once you have that down, you write that measurement down. Then you can set your donor. I'm not going to do it while I'm on camera, guys, but you could set your donor on here, or, you know, if you have another set of jack stands, great. Put your you're obviously going to need new ones, unless you can cut those out, which I don't like to cut them. They're so cheap. And if I could find my damn purchase. Here we go. Okay. Oh, and by the way, guys, they're not paying me, but I just bought this Vevor 3-in-1 plasma cutter and TIG welder and stick welder. Well, the plasma works freaking awesome. For like, I think I got that thing for like 200 bucks. Well worth the money. So I'm already loving it. I'm used to just, you know, grinding shit off, and that made really quick short work of that. Okay, back to this. Granted, these are a little small compared to the originals, but no worries. So all you would need is to put another bolt in the center, measure it side to side, and you're going to also need to know the distance. What I like to do is get it somewhere flat, probably here. Measure these two first of all on your new donor rear end. Make sure these are equal on both ends, and then you can use this as a guide. And then measure from... You're basically going to want to center this, guys. So you're going to have to take a few measurements. You're going to have to take measurement from this point